Welcome to Enter the Vault.
These are the chronicles of two fat nerds on a quest to do as little as possible with their lives.
I'm Connor Christian.
And I'm Dean Case.
And this is A Creature of Habit by Forfeit.
Close enough. So that was I Am a Creature of Habit by Forfeit.
Sorry, Forfeit. My bad.
Someone posted them on a group and I really liked it because it's a fucking awesome song, right? And it's on a 2-song EP that's new. Apparently they found them on Tumblr, but I just messaged them on their band page and yeah, they were cool as shit and just let us have it straight away. And it's an awesome song. It's a banger.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Straight bangers.
Straight out of the gate. We're fucking on fire, man.
How is everyone's day? You good?
I'm all right, actually, yeah.
What you been up to?
I've just been knocking about Central. I fucking went to a few comic book shops. Sorry. And then I made myself even greasier and I went to Burger King and I got a fucking fat burger, man.
Disgusting.
I got it supersized as well.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck.
Disgusting.
I got a fucking drink the size of a bucket. I don't even give a shit.
What burger did you have?
I had the double bacon XL, man.
Jesus.
Of course. Of course, the biggest one that you can buy.
Shit. I just knocked the mic and I'm going to turn down a little bit because I just saw some red clipping, but we're not re-recording the intro, so...
Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. Fuck
right,
us.
we've got some topics and a lot of music again, which is fun.
It looks like that's what we're going for nowadays. we're forcing our music onto you. Not our music, but like our views onto you.
Yeah. It's cool because I've got like a ton of guests lined up for when we actually have the shop space, which I have an update on actually while we're here. I received an email on Monday saying all of our bank references had gone through. Finally.
Yeah.
And we're basically just waiting to hear back now from our solicitor, who's currently doing all the checks and shit and going over all the paperwork. So in theory, we should hear back tomorrow, which is exciting. It's actually happening now.
It is exciting.
After over 2 months of podcasting and over 4 months of planning and shit.
The podcasting was more important though.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit about opening up a shop?
So I'm going to just dive straight into a topic here. I saw a thing when I was browsing Reddit earlier, as you do, and it was just a little thing called the Voyager Golden Records. And I'd actually forgotten about it. I've read about it before. Essentially, what it is let's open some dates and Wikipedia shit. Here we go. The Voyager Golden Records are phonograph records
Normal
that were
voice, mate.
included... They were included aboard both Voyager spacecraft launched in 1977. They contain images and sounds selected to portray the diversity of life and culture on Earth. And they're intended for ETs and future humans who may find them.
Madness, man. Do they have any like dank tunes on them or anything?
Yeah, there's a lot of like
Wait a
music
minute.
from various like areas of the Earth.
So that's a record. Like, we're looking at a picture of basically a golden record. Is that like a working record?
Yeah, you can play it.
So we're just kind of assuming that number one, that aliens give a shit about music, right? And number two, that they would have the technology. I mean, do you think if you were to hand like someone from the medieval era a record, given enough time, do you think they'd be able to work out how to get the sound to come out from it? Or do you think they were just instantly using it as a hunting device?
Well,
Because you could use that to sling it at someone's head pretty easily.
yeah, I mean, if we're talking about like an advanced technological race, I'm assuming that they could work out how to just run a needle over some bumps on a record after some analysis.
Yeah, I guess maybe someone would scratch with their fingernail and be like, my fingernail's making mad noise. Even though like they'd have to have really good hearing and fingernails. So that might not happen. I'm just assuming that aliens are just does.
But they also included a lot of like artwork and stuff.
That makes way more sense. Like something they could just instantly pick up and be like, oh, well, what I would have done is just made it like a music box. So as soon as you open up the box, just fucking music blares out of them.
It was 1977 though, dude.
They had music boxes back then.
But
Men
how
like
do you
this-
know it's going to survive in the fucking...
I thought they were just like spring loaded. Like, you know, old music boxes, like jewelry boxes, you open it, a little ballerina pops out and then a music box plays.
Yeah, but in the far reaches of space, who's to say that spring won't fail after thousands of years of just being tightened in a box?
Good point. I don't know. Who's to say the record's going to still work?
I don't know, but if it's kept securely, I'm guessing it would.
Well, what if the music box was kept securely?
The spring would still have no tension on it.
Yeah.
If you're going with
well,
a
they still
spring
wouldn't be
thing.
able to work out how to use a record,
Well,
would they?
right, either way, right, don't take it out with me, take it out with the UN.
I'm gonna fucking take it up with them. I'm gonna be like, right, boys, right, number one.
And it's too late.
It's too late. I was gonna say that was my first point. Number one, I know this is 1977, but I mean, like, we're still listening to punk, and that came around like 1977. So
Yeah.
this is still relevant, right? So what is this with this fucking record bullshit? What made you possibly think that an alien was going to appreciate this at all? Everything else I get, but the record, it's like the first picture on the page. It's like their crowning achievement is the fucking golden record.
There's also a bunch of artwork that came with it that I will try and show you post song.
When we actually have a website, it's gonna be way easier to do this shit, like linking people to stuff.
Exactly. And I can link on the actual podcast page anyway, so you can read all about it. But it's pretty interesting, right? Like, the audio recordings are like just soundscapes, a lot of it, and there's like animal calls, and then there's also like various bits of music from across the world, like traditional folk kind of stuff, or like tribal music and that.
There's something extremely similar to this, but it's all just pictures, and it's literally like it was developed by a bunch of scientists or whatever, and it's like the most concise way to put across like all the essential information about our Earth, right?
Yeah.
So it's got like pictures of simple shapes, like simple geometry, simple mathematics.
Yeah.
It's got pictures of pretty much every kind of landscape that we have on Earth and stuff, and it's got water on there and stuff, and it's just basically the most basic way to put across. Yeah, it's this stuff.
So it's the Voyager Golden Record.
Yeah,
you
I've
see?
heard about all this stuff before. Right, okay. Yeah, look right here. Yeah, so it's got like a singular dot and then the number one and then, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty amazing, the fact that they've managed to get, because if you think about it, like, especially like that color graph there, color's a pretty complex thing. Like, that's one thing stoned people like to talk to each other about all the time. Like, oh, how can you describe color to a blind person? And it's like, well, you can't, because they can't see and they've never seen color.
Yeah.
But like, that's a good way to describe color to, you know, someone who's never seen our color before, maybe. But
there's also a lot of like anatomical pictures in here, including the dick and vag.
Yeah, man.
That's what you need.
Boy. Look, it's just got like how we're made.
Smart, isn't it? It's disgusting.
It's just alien porn. Like, when you hear alien porn, you think of like some gua shit, like aliens becoming blue, come all over each other. But it's not. It's just pictures of like floppy dicks that have been cross sectioned and a fucking who is that woman there?
I have no idea. She's just raking up some leaves,
There's a picture of a woman. How is that important?
Wouldn't fucking send that, right?
Like, maybe that was just a picture of like one of their nans, and they're like, the scientist's like, she is the greatest woman on Earth. All right, so we're putting a fucking picture of her in there, and they're like, all right, get her doing something useful then, like raking leaves, so we can at least justify the fact that she's in there. So here's another thing that we do: we rake leaves on Earth,
but not all the time. Just sometimes.
Just sometimes. Only a few months a year, and only in a few places that actually deal with fallen leaves. Look, we've got a fucking man smoking up a hash pipe here. Oh no, he's just smoking.
It's just smoking a cigarette through an extender thing to make it more chill, even though cigarettes have filters on them. But hey,
whatever, man.
It's all good, right? It's just interesting. Like, I really found it cool. So I was just gonna basically ask you, right, if you could put 5 things
if I could
into your own
space probe,
yeah, and then launch it.
Is it some okay? What's
you get
the
to choose
purpose
where you launch
of
it
my
to as
okay?
well.
Wait, where I launch it to, or just what direction?
Yeah, so
I launch it?
So like you get to pick a planet in the solar system
in the solar system
to fucking stick it on.
Well, number one, I'm going to be sticking it on Jupiter.
Our solar system.
Yeah, Jupiter, man, because Jupiter's the coolest planet. It's just it's just a fucking. It's like just the most gnarly shit you can think of condensed into a planet. So like, it's basically hell in space. And that's
rad.
Fucking metal.
And what makes you think any alien is going to be able to look at that?
I don't want them to look at it. I just want to launch some shit into Jupiter. So 5 things I want to launch into Jupiter are...
this is like Room 101.
My ex-girlfriend. I'm just kidding. I don't have an ex-girlfriend, so I can't launch her nor an ex-boyfriend. So I can't launch any of them into space. What would I launch into space? Yeah, what would you
pick as like?
Is it literally just the peoples or just for me? Like if instead of trying to explain the entirety of humanity, it's like, this is me.
Yeah,
this is who I am. I'd send.
It's a big probe.
It is a big probe.
Size of a small hatchback.
I'd send a guitar up there.
That's exactly. Yeah, I would have said that.
But maybe maybe not one of my nice guitars. I'll send up my broken SG. Right.
Maybe they can fix it.
Yeah. They're like, we saw what was wrong. You broke your jack. It's like, what's your voice?
What's this useless fucking hole in it? It doesn't do anything.
We found perfectly nice sounds just by hitting the strings. So that's what we did. Yeah, I'd say one of those. I'd try and tune it as much as possible before I went up. Actually, there you go. I'd find it like, what was that guitar that you got shipped over from the US?
I got a Pure Salem Sad Festa 2.0. They had a sale on. Check out Pure Salem. They're fucking awesome guitars.
Yeah, I'll send one of them up, right? Because they look cool and they apparently stay in tune if you fucking bat them around on the high seas.
Yeah, mine got shipped from the US. I think it was by airmail as well. And it's just, as soon as I took it out of the box, it was just in tune, which was weird, actually.
So you put a guitar in there, right? And then you want to show them our food, right?
Yeah.
So I'd put in some honey, because honey never goes off.
Let's imagine, right, okay, so let's just say that we've somehow developed a way of preserving any kind of food.
All right, Subway sandwich. Because they're fucking awesome, man. I don't give a fuck. Subway sandwiches are the coolest. I mean, like,
that would last without preservatives for like 200 years anyway.
Yeah, that's the best part. So they're going to fucking find this tasty ass Subway club and they're going to be like, where did this come from? And one of their alien pals is just going to be like, well, it came from that direction. They're going to be like, right, just follow that direction until we find whatever that was.
This is a Subway ad campaign waiting to happen.
It is. Well, they need all the good press that they can get at the
God.
moment.
Yeah.
But whatever. Fucking pass over
dwell.
that. Let's not dwell. So we got my guitar. We got the sandwich. That's all. That's just me, really. You can put 3 things in if you want. I'm done.
No music.
I've already put the music in. They can make their own music. All right, how about this? If they get Wi-Fi, on whatever planet. I'll put like a download code I'll put a QR code on there.
For your mixtape, because it's
For
fire.
a mixtape, because it's completely fire, yeah. Like, why didn't you just put the tape in there? Ugh, that's effort.
Would you put any dank memes in?
No.
Memeing hard in space, man.
What could you meme to a alien? Alien man.
Yeah,
What is
exactly.
it? So would it be like, so we put the alien man meme in there, and like, we already knew about you, dude. Come on. Stop hiding, stop being shy. It's like that shy kid at the party. You're just like, dude, we all know that you're standing here. Why don't you just join in? And
Yeah, Connor, we all know that you're standing there. Just join in, man.
I'm the fucking life of the party. Don't even pretend that I'm not. I'm not really. It takes me like a solid 3 hours to get into party mood, and then by that point, everyone's already too drunk. So I'm like, got no conversation to have, really.
Come on, you can think of 2 more things.
2 more things.
In the whole fucking world.
In the whole world.
What are the things you like the most? Like, it doesn't have to be like anything like big concepts. It could just be like, a hat or some shit like that.
Actually, I'd put in this really cool rock that I found once on the beach that was perfectly shaped like Madagascar.
Fucking cool, man.
Yeah. It was the coolest. I fucking found it. It was just a rock that was just perfectly. I mean, obviously, it didn't have all the jagged edges around like Madagascar does, but it was just that same kind of shape. But it had like a cool yellow line that ran through it, and I was like, that looks pretty. So I picked it up off of the beach, and it's at home now.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
It could be like ambergris. It could be worth thousands.
It probably isn't. It was literally just a rock that I found in Wales.
Oh, that's all right then. It's not worth shit.
Even if it was what you just said, they're like, oh, it's Welsh. Ew.
Welsh whale vomit. It just fucking stinks of WKD and cheap ciggies.
Oh.
Come on, one more thing. You can do it.
I could do it. Like, give me. Stretch Armstrong. I mean, what the fuck? Stretch Armstrong, they would be totally amazed. I'm still amazed by it to this day. I mean, I'm not going to put my Stretch Armstrong in there because I fucking love that thing, and I would probably cry if I ever lost it. It'd be pretty hard to lose a Stretch Armstrong. It's still in its
they're pretty huge.
They're pretty huge, yeah. But
I think you could launch a Stretch Armstrong into space and it just wouldn't get burned up by the atmosphere. You wouldn't even need to protect it in any way.
Yeah, it's just like Kevlar and rubber had a baby, and there you go. You got fucking Stretch Armstrong right there.
I don't know. I've been trying to think about my 5 things and I can't. Okay. 1.
See, it's harder than you think,
An
isn't it?
episode of this podcast.
Mate, no one on Earth wants to listen to that. Why the fuck would anyone in space want to listen to it?
Because they can get sad, man.
Actually, that's it. Yeah, because they don't have any podcast. Or what if they do? What if they've already got podcasts and they're like, yeah, this is just as shit here as it was back home where you were saturated.
But they'd have totally different music, man, because it'd be totally different point of reference, assuming.
Oh, shit, yeah. So for the music side of things, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pretty good idea. We have a pretty good selection of music.
Yeah, we do. Whoa. I'd put a guitar up as well. If I had to pick one dish of food, whoa, that's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one. Actually, you know, I'm going to change my Subway answer to an Indian dish.
Yeah,
I'd fucking get a fucking vegetable thali or something, man.
Instantly, the first thing that came into my head when I was like, one dish that I just fucking love and could sum up like, this is real hearty food, man.
Salt of the earth, man.
Some Indian food. And I don't know if it would be like, I think it would have to be either like a chicken tikka masala, which is just...
Trust you white boy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just universally loved, right?
Only in the UK.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is my universe.
Cool, man. Yeah.
I don't
What
go for...
curries do they eat in like the US? Do they really?
I don't think they eat a lot of curry in the States.
They don't really eat Indian takeaway that much, do
No,
they?
they're more like...
Well, according to their
Chinese.
pop culture, you don't really see that much
No.
Indian food.
It's probably because they weren't as integrated
No, man.
in the early times, obviously, because we fucking... we did
I don't
some
wanna
gnarly
talk it.
things to India, but we got good food
We got
out
good
of
food
it,
out of it,
I
yeah. So
guess.
basically, we won.
We bastardized good food out of it, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Garlic chili chicken, man. That's what I'd send up there. Because as soon as they put it in their mouth, they'd be like, oh my God, they're trying to kill us because it's so fucking spicy.
Yeah, they'd be like,
So
this
full
is
of flavour.
biological warfare.
So full of flavors. I've got 2 more things, right?
You said guitar,
This podcast.
podcast, and chili chicken, yeah.
I put up a sick pair of trainers.
Oh, some fucking wavy kicks, man.
Yeah, and a copy of Star Wars Episode 4.
Cool, man.
That or a Batman comic.
Nah, well, Batman comic would be easier for them to digest.
Yeah, I mean, so it'd just be interesting to be like, here's what we thought might be like.
They're like so wrong.
Or
so
Alien.
Oh my god, Alien. But what if that terrified them just as much as it terrified us?
Good point. It could be catastrophic.
But they're scared of Ripley and not the aliens.
They're rooting for the alien. Man.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you fucking buy her head off, you little bitch.
Now
we made a major discovery the other week.
Yeah.
We were just knocking about listening to this weird psychedelic band that Dean had found a few years ago.
A few years ago.
Sorry, but you were only listening to them a few days ago,
Yeah.
re-listening to them.
Yeah.
And I know that we just made a major discovery. That's all. We're just really just a bit speechless about it because we've always thought that, like, you know, bands from the 90s, like alternative rock bands, came up with math rock and stuff, and that's cool, man. You can think that. That's the general gist.
Yeah.
But we found out that it was actually invented in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, it's a psychedelic rock band. This band called Atmosphera clearly invented math rock in this one song called Lady of Shalott. And we're going to play, it's 16 minutes long, so we're not going to play you the whole thing. But
we're going to play you the first couple of minutes.
we're going to play you the first couple of minutes, and you're going to sit there and wonder how you were so wrong about the world around you, how you were so wrong about your scene, because you didn't know. I mean, we didn't know either. We were sat there shocked, and we're still shocked now that this, like, it was there for ages. It was just sitting in front of our eyes, this beautiful, beautiful music.
Yeah. Let's just play it.
Let's just play it. I can't describe it in any way. Let's just go.
Too many flowers coming on
Sweet. So that was a little bit of Atmosphera with a track called Lady of Shalott. I've got a little page up in front of me, which is from progarchives.com, which is awesome, right? It's like,
it looks fucking disgusting.
It looks like the 90s.
Yeah, it's just like a blank purple background. It's just that's all it is. And then you have like Times New Roman, no, not Times New Roman, but just fucking some basic text.
Arial.
Yeah, Arial, there you go. And then in the top, there's a banner which looks like someone sneezed on their screen and they just kind of let it cultivate for a bit and some mad magic mushrooms grew out of it. They took that and then drew whatever was there.
Yeah, kind of drew the outlines around it.
Yeah.
It's basically just a weird culmination of loads of famous prog album covers just kind of smushed
Mashed
together.
Yeah. None that I know.
Now, Atmosphera, right? That track was from 1977. Same year as the Voyager Golden Record.
Whoa. That's what they need, because this song, like, the song goes on for ages. It just goes through a million different fucking genres, so...
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that math was already kind of invented by other prog rock bands, but these guys...
But this is what I'm saying is, like, that part of the track right there just sounded so... Like, it sounded like, I mean, if it was mastered a little bit, it could have been released a couple of days ago. If you, like, extended that bit, it just holds all the qualities that we've got in, like, math rock and, like, DIY today.
Yeah, modern emo music,
Modern emo music, yeah.
So they're from Israel, right?
Oh, is it another Israel? But that's cool, man. Israeli bands are weird.
And one of the oddest things is that this album that this is from was never actually issued. And it was actually dug up like 25 years later by a small collector's label.
It's probably because like some fucking mad government head found it and they were like, you guys are, maybe they're time travelers. And they were like, we can't have, because like, there's always been like a weird fantasy in my mind, which I'm pretty sure American Dad did as well. But like, but I swear I thought of it like before I saw the thing.
I swear.
I swear. I'm not, but like if I could go back in time, I would just write all the songs that I already knew were hits.
Yeah.
And just make sure I did it at the right time. Just like, but that's the thing. But maybe it's not just the song that makes their song. Maybe it's like the people they know as well that bring it to the top. So I wouldn't be able, even if I did write all these amazing songs, I'd just die like Mozart and then they'd be like, oh shit.
Well, these guys clearly didn't know anyone to take them to the top. So.
Well, yeah, it's the 1970s Israel. They don't have too many connections at the moment.
It's just weirdly interesting. Like it's just so odd and
like it's like we said,
find.
It would be like if we were listening to some 1930s jazz band and then we heard a song that was exactly like a Metallica track and but it was just like a short section and they just left it like, wait a minute, what was that? What was that back there? And they're like, oh, we've just like this little thing we thought of. We just thought, what would it be cool if we just had like loads of snares?
Kind of like Death.
Death are the coolest, but let's not get into that because I can't remember the documentary well enough to even give it any justice.
So yeah, again, if you want to listen to them, they're called Atmosphera. There's a Brazilian band with the same name, but Atmosphera only have like a few tracks, obviously from the one album, and you can find it on YouTube. And we're kind of taking a risk by playing this.
Oh, because obviously we couldn't get in contact with them.
I can't find anything about them other than this one page.
But we're taking a chance. We're thinking they had like 5 songs that was released in 1977. I don't think they have any mad lawyers that are going to be coming after us.
No, and we could probably claim fair use because we're trying to educate here. We're trying to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear.
We'll get in contact with the History Channel at some point so we can make it into a time travelers show, and then it's completely for educational use because it's on an educational channel.
So weird shit, right? Weird shit. Talking of time travel.
Oh yeah.
I had a weird thing happen to me today, which Connor already knows about, but
briefly, I kind of skimmed your story, so
well,
I didn't want to ruin it all for myself.
This is odd. If some of you may be familiar, if you're an internet nerd, with a subreddit and just a general phenomenon called like a glitch in the matrix, as it's humbly referred to nowadays, which is just kind of a weird, unexplained thing. Like missing time is a common one that a lot of people reported, and it's an actual like recorded phenomenon that happens across the world quite a lot, which is interesting if anyone wants to look into it further. And I kind of experienced it today, which was odd to say the least. I currently sometimes working in West London around White City, which is near where the BBC are, but I don't work there. I work from someone's house there. It's quite a long
I can
journey.
see the BBC, so
Yeah, I can see the Beeb, so I'm always like
and
pining.
yeah, I was about to say you're always looking out the window and just kind of like praising towards them. You know, like how Muslims pray towards Mecca, you just pray towards the Beeb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm actually facing the Beeb most of the time that I'm working there, which is a
Yeah.
good point. But there's a wall in between, so I can't see it. But I'm just in that general direction.
Yeah, it's cool,
Makes
man.
you feel energized.
You can like if you turned 360 degrees, whenever you were looking at the Beeb, you just kind of feel this like rush of like good chi. You're like, yeah, man.
Pure unbiased chi. It's not yin.
That's what nor is it yang. You know that line in the middle that's fucking separating yin and yang. The Beeb is that thin line there.
Yeah.
They're so staunched in the middle.
Sometimes it's wrong.
That's what I mean. That's if I could like choose a religion, it'd be like BBC. Like, what's your political view? BBC. Like, what do you mean? I just don't. I don't pick a side. I'm
just impartial.
I'm impartial. I'm like a Buddhist monk. No, I'm not. Go on. Continue.
So I have to get the Central line after getting a Jubilee line. So I go to Bond Street, which is where you can interchange to get the Central line for anyone who's not from London or around.
I don't even know this. I'm fucking from London, so
yeah, fucking tourists.
Fuck off. I've been living here for 2 years now.
So basically, you walk down some stairs after you've come up off of the Jubilee line, and there's signs up for what platform you need to be on for what train. And I've been going to work in this place for about 1.5 to 2 years now. So the amount of times that I have walked down those stairs and turned right to get onto the westbound platform, I can't really count anymore. So I did that this morning, and I got on the tube, and then like the next thing that I can recall is being at Holborn Station on the tube, which is going eastbound. And I genuinely can't remember going through the two stations that I would have needed to, Oxford Circus and Tottenham Court Road. I just remember being like, oh shit, it's Holborn, I've got to get off, I'm going the wrong way. And it was just very, very odd because I've always gone on that platform. Like I could swear that I was on the right platform. And I got on the train at 9:52 a.m. I was running late, so I remember like checking the clock, like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get told off because I'm a little pussy.
Yeah, fucking suit.
And I got off the tube at Chancery Lane, which is the stop after Holborn, and it was like about 10:04. Which is a bit weird because it only takes about 5 minutes to get to Chancery Lane, especially as Tottenham Court Road is closed at the moment, so the tube just goes straight through it. So there's time that I can't equate for and don't remember, which is pretty weird.
Too spooky for me, man.
And so I was like, okay, I probably just fucked up, and I was kind of thinking about it, but not too much. And then I got off and I switched over to the right train going westbound. I was super fucking late by this point. And as I was heading back through the train station, I was trying to work out like what direction I would have turned if I'd come down the stairs to get on a westbound train. And I looked at the staircase that I came down. There's two staircases in the station. They're both facing the same direction, so either way, if I turned right, I would have been on the right platform. And yeah, indeed, the turning for the platform that I would have been on would have been a right hand turn. So it's not like I just fucking fucked up.
You wouldn't have just like, because you do this like all the time, you wouldn't have just fucking just turned left today. You were just like, I've only been going to work for 5 years, let's just do something different today. That's fucking weird, man.
It's really weird.
Just a quick question there, you sure like you didn't just fall asleep on the tube?
Well, see...
And then for some reason, you got all the way to the end of the line. It went there super quick and then came back the other way.
In like 5 minutes, it went all the way
That's
to...
That's fucking weird, man. That is honestly strange. But I can't say that I've ever experienced anything like this. The creepiest thing that's ever happened to me is... I just saw some lights in the sky once, and I was like, oh my god, it's a UFO. I was fucking tripping out for ages, and then we drove for about fucking 5 minutes, and then I just realized it was a spotlight in a field.
Cool, man.
That's about it. And then, I've never had any experiences where I've completely lost track of time. I've had experience. Well, no, I have, but I've been like really drunk. So obviously, that's the answer right there. It's like you had too many chemicals in your mind, Connor. You couldn't perceive time. I had poor judgment. Too drunk.
I've been told a few stories of people seeing alien spacecraft and stuff. I'm not going to name anyone. Hopefully they don't listen to this. Because I'm kind of going to rag on them a bit. But they say that they honestly saw alien spacecraft at this festival that they were at.
Oh, the festival.
Yeah, the festival, right? And
festivals are normally that place where, when you just kind of really get to know yourself and you're at a really sober level of thinking and you're like enlightened. So anything that you could see at a festival has got to be true, man.
And frankly, this guy is from the kind of crowd that does quite a few substances. It was actually at Glade Festival, apparently, which is a dance music festival in a woods somewhere. So it's pretty much guaranteed that you're off your tits on something. Yeah,
you don't even have to know you're off your tits. You just kind of go in there, breathe in the sweat and all the fucking pheromones and the cane toad-like fucking sweat that's coming off everyone. You're just breathing that moisture and woo, you're fucking flying. You probably thought he was up there with the spacecraft, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like people who say they've seen UFOs, I think it's hard to believe them just because, not from the fact that I don't believe you've not seen them. I just can't wrap my head around the fact that there would just be a UFO knocking about in the sky, and then he were like, all right, and just popped off again. It's like, what fucking ulterior motive do they have? If they're going to just stand there and look at us, if they wanted to do something, they would have done it by now, you know what I mean?
Maybe they're just asking directions.
But I told you I would eat you, man. Fucking good one. That was... clap, clap.
Always like a dimming light, but like a second prize, and I lie and stay your type. And I'm the cradle to your grave, and I'm the smile wiped off your face, and I hate to explain. I'm not surprised
So that was Asking Directions by I Told You I Would Eat You.
Fucking love these guys. Just I'm gonna wait until you. I'm not even gonna let you say that thing you were gonna say about their new EP, which is called. Don't know. Just fucking. I don't know. I Told You I Would Eat You EP.
If they're listening, I don't care. I want to find out what the EP is called now. I think it's called Don't
Eat Me.
Don't.
If it's not called Don't Eat Me, then you fucking drop the ball.
It's called Don't Cheer Up. I was gonna say Don't Cry, but then I was like, no, they're sad. So like, fuck them.
Don't cheer up. Don't cheer up.
If you're listening to this,
there you go. Favour done. All right, now you owe us a favour.
You owe us, man.
Hell. Right.
Let's carry on about UFOs for a bit.
Yeah, I'm liking the UFO talk. It's pretty cool.
Like,
it's a spacey episode, man.
Yeah.
we had the Voyager, we had some UFOs, we got some lost time, we got Atmosphera, fucking time traveling.
We got all sorts of shit. So, like, there's a weird thing of, like, mass reported UFO sightings that sometimes happen. Obviously, famously, Roswell, Area 51. There's reportedly a lot of shit that goes on around there. But if you think about it, it's a US military base in the middle of a desert.
What needs a lot of area to here's a riddle, right? It's not really a riddle, it's just a question. But what needs a lot of area to fucking leave the ground? Planes. Like, that's fucking what that place is. And it's run by the US Air Force. What do the Air Force do? They fucking fly around in planes. It's so obvious that Area 51 is just a place where they fucking test out mad planes. That's just all it is. And that's why people see weird shit around there sometimes. They're like, oh my God, I just saw a new spy plane. And spy planes are always weird as fuck. Like, that stealth bomber, which basically just looks like a fucking D-12 that just gets launched through the air sometimes. That must have been mad the first time someone saw that.
Nuts.
I can't remember what it's called, though. I only ever know it as the one that looks like a D-12.
I have no idea. D12, so it's like Eminem. Fucking
some big player. Who were the rest of D12? I only know.
Was Dr. Dre in D12?
No, he wasn't in D12. Dr. Dre might have produced some stuff for D12, but I don't think he was in D12.
Now, there's one called the Stephenville Lights that was reported by like 40 people or so, which is pretty odd. And it got like news coverage and shit too. And people estimate that the UFOs or whatever was about half a mile wide, a mile long, and this is such an American thing, bigger than a Walmart.
Whoa, that's pretty big.
Do you think Walmarts vary in size though, or do you
sometimes?
Think
I don't think it's a very scientific way. Like maybe if you said bigger than a truck. Like trucks are normally like a big lorry is about the same size. So if you said like it was about 50 lorries wide, then that would be fine. But bigger than a Walmart, that'd be like me saying like, oh, bigger than a Sainsbury's, and someone's like, what, Express or Extra? I mean Tesco, like Express or Extra. It's like, I don't fucking know, just a Tesco's. It was definitely bigger than a Tesco's Express.
But you could, but that's the thing. A Tesco could literally be like the size of a fucking closet over here.
Oh my God. Yeah, have you ever been in one of those like mad tiny corner shops where it's literally just like one aisle and then it's just the till at the end? It's like, what is the point of this shop? How do you make money in here? Like,
so anyway,
yeah.
Enough spooky corner shops.
And back to spooky lights.
Another thing that happened was the Phoenix Lights. instantly, as soon as I read Phoenix, Arizona now, I just think of Arrested Development.
All the time.
Or Always Sunny opening up a leather shop.
Yeah, man. Or King of the Hill.
Or
Because
King of the
Phoenix
Hill.
is a testament to man's arrogance.
So yeah, like a lot of weird lights and shit were reported by thousands of people, including the US Air Force and a few like government officials in the area. But yeah, the US Air Force basically was just like, oh, it's training exercise. But it's pretty odd. There's a guy called Fife Symington, the governor at the time, was a witness to the incident. And
Fife Symington.
yeah.
Cool fucking name.
Here's
man.
an awesome name, right?
I wish I had a name like that.
And here it says on the Wikipedia page, as governor, he ridiculed... I'm going to start that again. As governor, he ridiculed the idea of alien origin, but several years later, he called the lights he saw otherworldly after admitting he saw a similar UFO.
Whoa.
That's pretty
That's
weird,
fucking
right?
180. You flip-flop. Because he's a politician, he flip-flops, man. It's fine.
No picture of him. I need to find a picture of this guy, because I need to see if he's as cool as his name.
No, he's not.
Oh, he looks like an alien.
Oh my god, he's a reptile. Oh no.
Some David Icke shit going
What the
on.
fuck is that picture there? It's literally just a picture.
Save as immediately. I'm going to post this.
that is a meme waiting to happen.
I'm going to post this on the Vol Comments
There's a
page.
picture of Five Simon who looks like he looks like Donald Trump.
He does look like Donald Trump. That's
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of.
He's got the fucking swept over toupee, the kind of douchey right wing face who's like, I love money, blah blah blah. And there's just a fucking dude in an it's literally, is that him in an alien suit? There's someone in an alien suit standing next to him, putting their hands next to their face like the Japanese hear no evil monkey.
I'm pretty sure he's the dude at the podium in this.
Yeah.
So that's just
That's just a dude
a
fucking...
dude. Or it's a real alien. And we're just like...
No, because there's a picture right there of a dude in an alien suit standing next to him with the mask off.
Who says they can't shapeshift, man?
Oh my god. Me.
He looks like David Cameron.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he does a little bit.
But with ginger hair instead.
Yeah, and less pork on his cock.
Hey! Topical!
Topical. Dated it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the 24th of September.
Just if you want to date it even further. 2015. Just
A whole 5 days after everyone stopped caring about Piggate.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit. For anyone who's... Just to get not spooky and just a little bit disgusting for a second. For anyone who doesn't know what the Piggate thing is, if you're listening from outside the UK, because this has been heavily censored all over the world. Besides
it's
here,
pretty
literally
nuts,
on
right?
Reddit, anyone who was posting about this, like in world news, politics, like any or r/Europe or whatever, it was getting fucking deleted, man. Okay, but so back onto Piggate. So it was revealed from was it guys who were writing a book about the Billingham?
There was a dude called Lord Ashcroft, who's a pretty corrupt guy who basically tried to buy his way into the Conservative Party, which doesn't surprise me, frankly.
Because that's basically what the Conservative Party is. It's just a big buy-in, right?
Yeah. They was like, nah, you can't be in, but we'll still accept all your money.
The money was good. We like that gift.
Yeah, keep giving us
Gift.
that.
You're not getting it back. That's what we're saying. But anyway, so Lord Ashcroft, did he go to school with David Cameron?
Well, I think
Eton?
they were Etoners, but essentially he was writing a book just about the Bullingdon Club, what they are, who's in power in the Conservative Party, and just a slew, a send for their politicians.
Enough of too much of the history. Basically, he told everyone. Well, he has said that David Cameron stuck his dick into a dead pig's mouth.
Yeah.
When they were as like an initiation thing into this weird rich boys club at Eton. Eton's basically like rich boy school. It's where every rich boy, like super rich boy, goes to school.
I mean, if you are listening from the States, you might have heard of Bohemia Grove, which is essentially, I guess it's
that
not...
sounds like a pop punk band name. Just Bohemia Grove. Doesn't that sound
Bohemia Grove, man.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like a pop punk band name.
Yeah, a lot of weird shit goes down there, and there's quite a few politicians involved, according to conspiracy theorists. But again, if it's true, we'll probably never know the truth. So whatever. Yeah, the Bullingdon Club is basically like a dining club.
Yeah.
They get loads of weird food from all across the world and
put their dicks in it apparently.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like initiation rites that you have to do. Basically, it's just
so that you can't grass on anyone later in life because they're like, well, we saw you put your dick in that pig, so we're going to tell everyone if you tell on us.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fuck's sake.
So there's that. And they also like apparently do this thing where they burn a £50 note in front of a homeless guy, which is fucking...
That's gross if it did happen, but that's, in my eyes, that's grosser than sticking your dick in a dead pig's mouth, because at least you're not hurting the pig's feelings.
Yeah, because the pig's dead.
The pig's dead. It's already had his fucking head chopped off, so whatever, but...
Still pretty odd.
Yeah, so back onto it. So the thing happened, whole fucking Britain was in a riot. They were having a right little laugh. I think it was the one day in Britain when we all got along.
Everyone, every race, every creed,
we all just hugged each other down the pub. We were like, did you hear that Cameron put his dick in a pig? Fucking, I thought my wife were a pig, but at least I didn't put my dick in an actual pig. Hey, and everyone's laughing.
Hey.
And that guy's wife is just like, oh, yeah, what the hell, man? It's a joke about Cameron, not about me. But yeah,
you always have to make it personal.
You always take it one step too far. Oh, words of youth. Yeah, so just didn't give a shit. As soon as that happened, I made like one joke about it, and that was about it. And then I was like, I couldn't give less of a shit. I couldn't give like, is he doing like some real atrocious shit like to us? Oh no. I mean, he is a bad prime minister. I'm saying like, he just stuck his dick in a pig when he was a teen. Who gives a shit? But that's basically, it's just on him. It doesn't change his like fucking politics, does it? Just to put his dick in a pig. We all do stupid shit.
I mean, it's probably all a distraction for some other mad shit that's going on.
Yeah,
but I don't really read the news, so it's not out of I choose to be ignorant. I just don't particularly care. If there's something important,
then I'll read up about it. Yeah, but if it's just the general shit that they're just slapping on the newspaper, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, whatever.
Is it directing me effectively? And they're like, yeah, this
directing
is really...
me effectively.
Shit. Oh, fuck, man.
And with that, we're going to play another song. This is December the 15th, my birthday, by Grubs. So that was December 15th by Grubs. They got a new EP out via their Bandcamp, but that track was on a compilation. And the reason I downloaded it was because it was my birthday. And then initially I was going to chuck it as the opening track, but it flows so nicely into this next track that it's in the middle.
to be in an Ivy League sweater, put your work shoes on and talk about her at your shitty job. Does it feel better in that cold Boston weather? Fuck your Ivy League sweater. You know I was better. Fuck your Ivy League
So that was Harvard by Diet Sig. Fucking sick tune. Well, I mean, I've got Stockholm syndrome from it because, I mean, I thought it was a good song, but then Dean's been fucking playing it constantly for the past like 2 weeks. So I've learned to love it.
I love anything twee.
Yeah, that's it. It's
like-
just twee. It's got that punky vibe, but it's all like, it's a bit like Personal Best.
Yeah.
They remind me a lot of Personal Best, and not to take away from Harvard too much, but Personal Best, if you get a chance to listen to those, you really should. If you liked that song that we just played, check those guys out as well. But this song, yeah, it's just really twee and fun and happy. It's got a little bit of anger in there, which I like, but not
Bit
too
aggression.
much. Yeah,
bit of aggression.
but it's fun, man.
I'm a sucker for any female vocals
Yeah,
over a punky
same.
background. I don't know what it is. It's just like, I think I'm so used to hearing
Male voices.
Male
that-
voices.
It just like when you hear someone, yeah, when you hear like a new voice coming, you're like, oh, nice little change.
Yeah, and they're really cool. And yeah, they let us play that as well. Well, everyone let us play it except for Atmosphera. But those guys are from the States, and it was a bit weird because like I had no real connection to them.
You just pops up out the blue, like, can I have your track, please?
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, yeah, sure. So yeah, check them out. That's a bit of an older track, but it's still awesome. They've got another EP. That one's on a thing called Over Easy. So we got one last thing to talk about before we shoot off.
It's going to get pretty serious for a sec, so you
Yeah,
want to settle down, guys.
Yeah. Good and bad, I guess. It's got a happy side to it.
Oh, yeah, it's got a happy side to it.
Do you want to go?
I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just Dean and I went on a date the other day. We went to the cinema.
Well, Lucas was there as well. our
Lucas
drummer.
would say he was third wheeling because like I just wanted to kiss you the entire time. He was just there fucking talking and shit. No, I'm just kidding. So we went to see this documentary in Leicester Square.
Where was it?
It was at the Picture House in Leicester Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Right.
Yeah.
I was
going to say Piccadilly Circus, but
Oh yeah, but no, it's nearest to Piccadilly Circus, isn't it? Yeah. Then Leicester. What the fuck? It's the Picture House there. Anyway, so we saw there's a documentarian that Dean's been following for a long time called Sean McAllister, and for the past 5 years he's been filming a documentary that has been titled A Syrian Love Story, and the story he went over to Syria, you know, just to. He's just knocking about Syria, really. That's literally how this starts. Because he has another documentary where he's literally just knocking about somewhere and someone tells him about a story and he ends up staying there for ages, right? Which sucks. But so he's in Syria and someone tells him about a guy who has a wife who's a political prisoner, and they go talk to him. And yep, it turns out this guy called Amir has a wife called Ragda who in 2011 or 2010 was imprisoned by the government under Bashar. Who is he still in power now?
I'm pretty sure he's been overthrown,
Ousted.
but it's still pretty
Raucous.
still
over
pretty
there.
heavy over there. Yeah.
And so she'd been taken prisoner for basically writing a book, which is fucking preposterous. It was just a book about political prisoners, right?
Yeah.
It was a book about her and her husband falling in love in prison, and she got put away because they were like, don't tell people about all the atrocious shit that we're doing. I'm really not doing it justice. Can you help me out here, dude?
Right. So yeah, I just wanted to add a little thing. An interesting point that is kind of touched on at the start, but not too much, just in the narration, because it's not really important. But one of the reasons he's over there is because the Syrian government invited a shit ton of press over because they was trying to make Syria the new tourist destination.
Oh, right, of the Middle East. Or...
Yeah, exactly. And so it starts off with all this footage of like them on boats and stuff,
and like an old temple and shit.
Yeah, and as soon as he's there, he's asking questions about like what's going on, and then they're basically like, get that camera out my face, stop asking questions, kind of just threatening him from the get-go. But basically, his style of filmmaking is very much just
organic.
Get in there, film it, keep it nice and simple. It still looks good because he's quite a good cameraman, even though it's just him with like a handheld most of the time. But it just feels so human, a lot of his stuff. And I don't want to give away too much about the actual documentary, but essentially he ends up kind of becoming part of this family.
Yeah, he basically follows around Amir's family, as in the beginning they're battling to, number one, overthrow Bashar, because Bashar, is it Bashar or Bashar?
Bashar, I think.
Bashar, yeah, because basically he's a piece of shit as a politician, and this was it was just before, what was the name of that big revolution in
Arab
Egypt?
Springs.
Arab Springs. I keep thinking Rising Light for some reason. Don't know why, it's still a pretty cool name. But the Arab Springs, yeah, it was just slightly before that. So there was a lot of discomfort around the Middle East. So he's getting a lot of that footage as well. And Amir and his family are very into fuck Bashar and going to talk reading, because they want to free their political prisoners and shit. And so for the next 5 years, which as we know from like 5 years ago to now, Syria has slowly been declining into a battleground, basically.
Yeah.
And he really, because obviously he's not focusing on what's going on outside. He's literally focusing on what's going on with this family, to the point where it sometimes not feels like a soap opera, but he deals with a lot of these issues that would happen in a soap opera. He's like, it's dealing with like love that's been found and lost, and like how a family stays together throughout a war. Just this one family, how they managed to stay together throughout this war. And you can watch as also, how these bonds are made and broken. And also, which is pretty amazing, there's a 3-year-old boy at the beginning. And so it's a fantastic allegory for fucking the entire movie, basically, because you get to watch this 3-year-old boy grow up into an 8-year-old boy. And like you can just see how the war is affecting like a young, fresh mind. And it's fantastic. I watch a lot of documentaries, and this is one that's really like stood out to me and fucking made me want to help. Like, not wait, yeah, help. Well, I want to help out, man. I want to fucking help. I want to help refugees right now. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was I didn't have any strong views either way on the refugee crisis. I was a bit. I mean, I didn't know enough.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
I've always been not pro refugee, but I've always been like, hey, if they need the help, then come on over.
Yeah.
But then I've also been like, I don't want to open my mouth about it because I don't know enough about our economy. I don't know enough about our politics or our foreign relations to say, oh yeah, just open the doors and let them all in.
Exactly.
And that sounded so racist the way I just said that.
Yeah. I got what you were saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant with malice, don't worry.
But now I'm definitely like, after seeing that, I'm definitely like, we need to help out as much as we can. We need to help out as many people as we can.
I think it sounds like a bad thing to say, but I think it's simply how human empathy works. Like, if you aren't, especially this day and age, the way that we're bombarded with shit, like Piggate, for example.
Yeah.
We're, as a nation, us especially, we're so jaded to fucking anything that happens.
Yeah, I know. It's like, if it's not literally happening in front of my eyes, it's not like I said before, if it's not it's not affecting me directly.
Yeah.
Why am I having trouble with that phrase today? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, we just don't seem to really care. It's like anything in this world. I mean, like at the moment, like I give to charity and stuff, but I do it in like such a passive way. I'm like, sign up to Oxfam just to like give £8 a month. You know what I mean? Just like,
Yeah.
And I still feel like a piece of shit when I'm doing that because it's like, well, I'm not actually helping. I mean, I'm just giving them money. Well, I mean, what am I doing? I'm just really passively like, oh, just take that and just do whatever you need to do.
The best thing is when we do open the shop, we can actually help.
We can help, which we've talked about before.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely do want to open up our doors to anyone who needs help. Not like a fucking psychiatrist. I mean, like we're gonna do workshops and shit for kids.
Yeah. So if you want to see it,
If our terrible analysis of but we cannot highly recommend this film anymore. It's just, I feel like it's a must watch. If you're at all interested in what's going down in Syria and what has happened to what's happened in the past
real
5 years
people as well,
and what's happened to real people, then definitely watch it. He's touring it in the UK at the moment, so you might be able to catch it in not like a major cinema. You won't be able to fucking knock down to your local Odeon and see it. It'll be in picture houses and like indie cinemas and stuff. So if you can find it, it's called A Syrian Love Story, and the director is called Sean McAllister. And if you search Sean McAllister, you're going to find a bunch of his other documentaries.
They're all excellent.
And guess what? This fucking documentary was funded by the Beeb. The Beeb's the fucking best, bro.
And also, I just remembered he's actually in an editing and overdubbing phase for a special after the news at 10. I think it's next Thursday. Either way, if this podcast goes up and it's already happened, you'll probably be able to find it on iPlayer. It's on at 10:30 on, I think it's next Thursday. And it's basically kind of a summarization of the documentary itself, how he made it, people involved in it. And it's just the first thing that we all said as soon as we finished watching it, and everyone was kind of
this is the first time. This is the first time I've ever been to a show, a film. And once the lights went, besides that one dude just fucking left as soon as the credits started playing, which I hate. I fucking hate
every
when people,
time.
Yeah, because I like to just read the credits. At least just give the people recognition. And be like, nice one, Paul, or whatever. And literally, like, everyone was just sat there for 5 minutes afterwards, just being like, "Whoa." Like, wow, and discussing what they had just seen on the screen. Like, you go see Avengers Age of Ultron, and you're like, all right, cool, I got my eye bleached, and you just fucking pop out as soon as you have to wait till after the credits.
Yeah. Right.
Don't care. But yeah, and then, like, to the point where there were people sitting next to us, and we had to, we were done with our discussion. We're like, let's just discuss this outside while we're having a fag. So we had to, squeeze past everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry. And they were, really, I could hear them, they were, in the middle of a conversation. One of them was on the brink of tears. And I was like, get out of the way. I need to get out now.
The first thing that we all said, though, was they need to show it in schools, right?
Yeah, they need to show, they need to show it on TV at some point.
I'm sure it will be. A lot of his stuff goes out on the World Service, which is, again, nice one, Beeb.
Nice one, Beeb.
But yeah, it's just, I just can't say enough good things about it, really. It's just fantastic.
Maybe we just shouldn't say any more.
No.
We should just leave it at that.
We just got to leave it. Yeah. One thing that I will add is just, as well as finding it incredibly interesting, actually learning about a bit more about Syria, because I, to be honest, I didn't really know a lot about it. I wasn't aware that the problems over there were going on for as long as they have been.
Yeah, same. I was oblivious to that
and
fact.
On how big of a scale they actually were. There's he actually got, while he was out there, the first about 20 minutes of the movie. They may seem a bit patchy going in. This is my review, kind of.
Yeah.
But it was reported a few years ago that Sean actually got arrested by the Syrian G-men and put in prison over there for 5 days as a political prisoner, at which they confiscated his camera. So I'm assuming he lost quite a bit of footage.
Yeah, they were like, you can't have that, you can't have that. You can keep this shit with the family, I guess. None of this shit where you're asking questions. Fuck off. And yeah.
Yeah. So, and in the movie, he only talks about it for 30 seconds.
He literally just goes, because obviously he's talking about this. This is fucking amazing. So he goes oh, and like Ragda, I got fucking in prison for 5 days at this point. They confiscated my camera and I saw some atrocities. So back to this family, and you're like, what? Because you'd think that, because any other documentarian would be like, and then I basically made this other documentary about me, but it's but it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about these other people. So let's get up. Let's crack on with it.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. He's
let's leave it on that. We was going to play Taking Liberties, but it's not the right time. So we're going to play a song by a guy called George Gadd. It's called Sweet Tea. It's a bit sad, but I think it's a nice mellow track to end on. And yeah, it's available on Bandcamp on a 2-track EP. Thanks for listening. Bye.
In a bit.
Sketched out your name in the fog of my mirror. I scrubbed out each sin, yeah, it was clear that all the scattered light had frozen in time, leaving patterns and shapes in my mind. Whiskey cures wounds that time cannot heal. And I've been kicked down by words just as strong. But a woman like you can take all my youth, leave me broken and bruised in the head. The smoke on my shirt, the blood in my tongue. Now I'll try to be I scaled your gate, trying to reclaim my soul. We were kids when I kicked it to you, but I wasn't so sly, and you saw me hide, throwing through me in the stars. Smoke on my shirt, the blood in my teeth. Now I'll try to be better.